Hey everyone, I am Comics for Thomas, and here's another video of my weekly or bi-weekly pickups. I'm trying a different room. I've just moved in to my girlfriend's place, and I'm hoping to set up a little bit of a comic room in here. It's a bit of a mess, so I'm basically just showing you this corner because it's the it's the cleanest I have right now. These are going to be some books that I've picked up in the last few weeks, and I'm just trying different angles because there's just glare everywhere in here. So I'm going to try on the stand, and if not, I will just show you the books in my hand. So this is Empress number 2. I'm going to just get started right away. I went to my LCS and just went through the back bin, not dollar bin, but their back issues for a few hours. Sometimes you need some retail therapy, and mine is just sifting through comics. So the reason why I bought this issue is because it's a Lionel Francis Yu cover, and if you're watching my videos, you will see that I'm going to mention his name a lot because he's my favorite artist. So I have not read this series, and I will at some point. It's by Mark Millar, and yeah, good cover issue too. Another one I picked up is Black Bolt 1. I know I'm going to get some glare on this because it's a very dark cover. I've actually read this series on the Marvel app. I don't know if that's going to. And just very cool cover. Very simple. That's what I like. So sorry if you can't really see that very well. That's a bit of a better shot there. I'm going back to Mark Millar and Lionel Francis Yu. This is Superior, issue 4. Another fantastic cover. Let's see if I can get that a little closer for you to see here. I've been collecting Descender. Very good story. This is issue number 25. And I actually got 2 issues 25 because I have a variant cover as well. These again are from my LCS. And Eternity, number 3. I actually have a couple of issues of this. There's a glare on there as well, so I apologize to anybody who really can't if this is coming in a little fuzzy, but neat covers, neat story. I actually haven't read all the issues, so it was cool to find that. Right across from my LCS is a coin and collectible shop, and he's got a lot of older comics, and he's got some short boxes as well that you can go through that are the more expensive ones. They're not that expensive; it's just they're pricier than the normal, back issues. And every so often, I'll just go through the short boxes with the intent of buying something. I don't care if it's $20 or $30 or something a little bit more expensive. So I already have this in a 9.2. I'm going to show you both actually. So I picked this up. He actually has 2 issues of this. It's Amazing Spider-Man 344. First appearance of brain farting here. Cletus Cassidy, who becomes Carnage. So I won a CGC 9.2 of this in a raffle, and so I automatically knew that this is a key issue. It's not a major key, but it is a key issue, and I got it for a good price. I'll probably get it slabbed at some point as well, see what it comes back at. It's actually in pretty good condition, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I'll just quickly try to get no glare on there, but there is the actual 9.2 that I had won. I don't need to keep this book at all, or that one. My Spider-Man, my opinion on Spider-Man, it has become a lot better. But I was never a huge fan, so a lot of the Spider-Man comics, they're not going to be in my personal collection. There are a few, and I'm beginning to like Spider-Man a lot more than I used to, or at least respect Spider-Man a lot more than I used to, because I probably didn't have a lot of respect before. So. For my pull list, I have Ascender, issue 4. Neat cover. I haven't read any of Ascender yet. I haven't finished Descender, so I'm going to wait to finish Descender before I start Ascender, but I knew that with Jeff Lemire and Dustin Wen doing the art, I liked Ascender enough that I put Ascender when it came out right in my pull list right away. So continuing on with my pull list. So these would have came in not yesterday, but last week. This is Avengers issue 22. I'm not caught up on this. You can't really see it on this series yet. I probably have read up to issue 16. So another spot here in St. John is a record store. They do some toys, a lot of like Spawn toys, Star Wars toys, stuff like that, or figures. And they've got 5 or 6 short boxes of comics that are like $1, $2 at most. So I just went through there one day and picked up some odd books here. Not odd as in weird, but just odds and ends. So Unity #1. I don't know if that's their actual absolute #1. It's it says chapter 18 up here, so that's why I'll have to take a look. So I like Valiant. I like a lot of the older Valiant. XMen War. I'm currently collecting the first series of that as well. So that's kind of cool. I got this. It is the second printing variant of Captain America, issue 25. Great cover. Again, it cost me about $2. Bring that up a little closer if you can see it. I picked up this as Angela #1. I like the character of Angela. This is when it was under Image, and I hadn't even noticed that it actually in the same sleeve came with issue 2 as well, and I paid like $1, so it's good. It's fantastic, actually. I also found these. I've never read the stories, but I always wanted to. So I've got issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4 of Siege. They're all there. I literally just need to get issue 1, so I'm sure that will not cost much to get my hands on it. And those will just be readers. I'll check out the story. I mean, it looks cool. So this is an eBay purchase. I collected this story. It's called God Complex Dogma. This is issue 4. So I don't remember where I came upon this series, and it's by Top Cow. And it's very good, and the art's very good. And for the longest time, I needed issue 4, but I just never thought to actually just go and purchase it. So I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I'll just take a look online on eBay and see if issue 4 is available. It was super cheap, so now I've got I think there was 7 issues altogether, so pretty easy to collect, but check it out sometime. It's actually pretty good. I would like to see them kind of continue on with it. So my pull list not yesterday actually, there's one more from last week that it wasn't in my pull list, but I knew I was going to pick it up. I did not get a first printing. I got the variant. It's literally the blank cover of House of X, and I read this last night, and it's very good. And I'm going to get my LCS to add this to my pull list, and then there is going to be at least, I know there's 6 stories coming out afterwards. My computer's kind of going crazy right now. There we go. And I know there's at least 1 that I'm going to be adding to my pull list, maybe 2. I'm going to take a look into them, but this is very cool. I mean, Jonathan Hickman is awesome. The Infinity series that I have all the issues to was excellent, and there was some really nice Lionel Francis Yu variant covers in I think it was the new Avengers, the tie-ins for that. So yesterday I picked up this. It is Batman Last Night on Earth Book 2. That's definitely really hard to see as well. I have issue 1. I like this where the story was going, so I'm interested to see what happens. I have no idea how many issues there are, if it's just a 2-part series, but I'm going to be reading it very soon. And I also picked up the variant cover, which a variant cover is awesome. Look at that. If you can see it properly because of the glare. I have Guardians of the Galaxy issue 7. I have not read this yet. I've read 1 to 6. I just haven't read issue 7 yet, so I'll probably get through that today. I love everything Guardians, so nothing wrong there. And I got them to put Powers of X in my pull list, and I'm glad, obviously, because House of X was very good, so I assume Powers of X is going to be excellent as well. And I'll get them to add this. This is the variant edition, obviously. That was Storm on the cover. I'm looking forward to reading that, and that will be read today as well. So I'll talk about the X-Men for a second, and then I'm going to show you some books, some books that I won on YouTube, and an update on what I'm sending away for CGC. So this is just the free previews, that you can pick up. I had actually saw this cover online, and this is Lionel Francis Yu, and he's going to be doing X-Men. So I've already pre-ordered the series to my pull list because, one, I probably would have anyways if he's doing the main run, which I assume that's what it is. I want the main run anyways, but the fact that he is going to be doing some covers and the art inside, I'm pretty pumped for that. So now I like to shout out YouTube channels as much as I can, and almost every time that I talk about episodes that I've watched of YouTube channels, I always mention Reggie Simmons. Reggie Collects. This guy is fantastic. Anybody who's seen any of his content, it's just great. And every week he's partnered up with Go Collect, and every week he gives away a comic. And all you have to do is to go to the community tab on his channel. You need to obviously be watching his videos, which you should anyways, because they're awesome. And you add your real name, your screen name for your YouTube channel, and then not the password, but he gives a word that you have to put in to be entered. And I enter every week because he's got great books that he's giving away. And not the one that just passed, the X-Men 101, but the one before that, I ended up winning. And it was funny because I was away for a few days and did not watch any YouTube for like 4 or 5 days. Was watching, or I was in the chat live on one of his videos, and then when the chat ended, I thought, I should check to see who won, because I even just like to see who wins. And it ended up being me, so I emailed him right away, and it was like 4 days after it on that Sunday that got released or whatever. He got back to me within like an hour or two. We had a nice little conversation back and forth, and I had the books within a few days. So he sends a Go Collect t-shirt. It's in the dryer, so I'm not going to be showing you that. But I was lucky enough to get one of the Michael Turner's Soulfire exclusive GoCollect.com limited edition of 500 covers. That's pretty awesome, actually. I actually think this would be really nice slabbed. So at some point down the line, I probably would just send it away. And here is the beast that I won. I'm just going to read it first, and then I'm going to show you. So this is a CGC signature series. X-Men Gold #1, signed by Bob McLeod, Walt Simonson, Louise Simonson, and Chris Claremont in a 9.8. And I know the glare is going to hit it because it's nice and shiny, but this thing is awesome. Even just the art alone is fantastic, and I haven't bit the bug too much in regards to signature series. I have a few. I've got a Lionel Francis Yu on there. I didn't get to meet him. My girlfriend bought it for me for my birthday. And I have a Darth Vader comic that was signed. I think it was Andy Granov. That was just a good price on eBay. So if I see a good price, I'm gonna buy it. But I don't know if anything's gonna make me get into signature series. This thing is fantastic, and you can kind of see his signatures here, and here. So that was pretty awesome to win. I'm going to continue to go into his contest because I'm watching his videos, and someone literally just won an Uncanny X-Men 101, so that's pretty fantastic as well. Now, in the last video I did, you see me holding up a Silver Surfer #1 that I won through a raffle for very cheap, and I was super excited about it. I had showed a few books that I'm sending away to be graded. As I mentioned before as well, go through an authenticated dealer. So I showed you what I thought the grades were going to be. Since then, I've actually been in touch with the authenticated dealer that I go through, because I noticed on the site that he uses, he grades books from 1970 and up, or 1975 and up, for a set price, and then he sends them away and so on, and gets them back to you. The problem is that Silver Surfer #1 is 1968. So I messaged him and said, like, is this just something that you're doing, or are you limited to this date because of your authenticated dealer status? And he got back to me right away, and he said no, it cost more. He sends them away in book, basically lots of 25, to help shipping costs, and you're paying X amount for shipping, and then obviously he's got to make some money off of this as well, so totally understandable. So he'll send them in a big group, save himself on some shipping, and as each person is paying for shipping, and then the amount to get every book graded and then sent back to you as well. So he has actually gotten some interest in doing ones that are earlier, so he's going to be updating his website soon to be able to take pre-1975 for an extra cost. So I'm not sending that away right now. I don't care. At some point it will get graded. It's a personal collection book anyway, so it doesn't matter when. I just was obviously super excited about having it, so I just wanted to get it sent away right away. I'll just do that when he gets everything updated, and it will probably take a while. One, those older books take longer to grade anyways, and two, I've got to wait for his lot to fill up. So I'm probably going to reach out to him once he does add it, and I'll go and purchase, basically do the sale right away, but not mail it off right away, because I'll already be in line on that set of 25 that he sends away, and I'm just going to get him to tell me, like, hey, let me know when you get up to like 19 or 20 spots filled. I'll mail it off, and hopefully by the time he gets it, which would only take maybe like 3 or 4 days, he's closer to getting his 25 that he can send away. So in the meantime, I'm still sending books away. So I'm going to just show you, the last video I showed 3 books that I was going to send. Since then, I've decided to send 4. So I'll quickly show you the 2 that I already showed last video. This is Personal Collection Die #1. And I don't remember what I think it's going to come back at, but if I didn't mention it already before, I think a 9.4. I don't care about the grade. It's a personal collection book. It's a great series, and you should read it. And then I have Avengers No Surrender 684, first appearance of Immortal Hulk. I would say 9.4, 9.6. I'll get it. I'll raffle it off. It's a great series. I don't need the first appearance. I have Immortal Hulk #1 as well, which I'd like to get graded at some point and probably sell it as well. It is a very good read so far. I've not read the entire series, but it's not something that I need in my personal collection. So if I can make a little bit of money from it and use that to buy other personal collection books, I will. And now I'm jumping on the train. Not just because the hype train, or whatever you want to call it, is big. I have low overhead, so if I can make money off some books that I don't necessarily need in my personal collection, because I have low overhead, and I would still make money even after paying to get them graded, I'm going to do it. So first one is Thor #1. It's in great condition. I was not collecting this series. I have read it on the Marvel app, Marvel Unlimited. This is probably like a 9.6 at worst, and I got this for free. I had purchased a book on eBay, and there's a lot of good eBay sellers out there that will send you your book. Let's say, for example, if you bought like a graded book or like a little bit more expensive book, they'll just send you a few of their books from their collection, which I think is fantastic. It just shows really, it's a nice gesture. Well, lucky for me, this one came for free. probably about 6 months ago. And now it's going up in value, so that's going to get graded. And the other one is Thor God of Thunder number 25, also going up right now. This was in my pull list. This is a really good read, and yes, like I have the entire run, so I want to say that's personal collection, but I don't need to keep it in my personal collection. So it's, I have 6 or 7, 8 runs of comics that I've enjoyed. This was part of my pull list. It's a great story, but I don't. It's not like it's a Lionel Francis Yu cover or it's Richard Rider Nova. Those are the ones that, like, anything to do with those two, pretty much I'm keeping in my personal collection. So, and this I believe would probably be around a 9.4 as well. So, yeah, pretty happy about that as well. I'll just leave it up there. So that's it for me. I will be doing another video probably in around a week or two. Probably 2 weeks, to be honest. My goal here at some point is to not just be doing, like, here's the books I got. Even though I love showing them, because I like for you to see what I collect, and I like to see what other people collect, or what you get in back bins and so on, yard sales, etc. But I have a decent sized collection now, and I have books that I love, characters that I love. I'd like to do an entire video on just about Lionel Francis Yu, because he's my favorite artist. Show you how I discovered him, show you some of my favorite covers, and maybe just talk about the ones that I still want to get from him. Richard Rider's Nova. That's my favorite comic character, so why not talk about him, right? I've already spoken about it being a grail for me to get a 9.8 of Man Called Nova #1. I've got a 9.0 currently, and I'll slowly build up to a 9.8, which will cost me some money, of course. So hopefully, once I'm settled in, maybe figure out this room a little bit more in regards to making videos, or I need to organize my comics now that I've moved anyways. So I'm going to hopefully put out some more content in the future. So, oh, and shout outs to, I've watched some YouTube in the last couple of days. Obviously, I've been watching a lot of Reggie, always. I was on the live chat for the boy who had 7, his 1,000th subscriber. He was giving away some comics. It was very, very cool. I watched the replay of White Whale Comics getting his 1,000th, and that was pretty awesome. Tony Sanders was on there. I think John's Comics with Kids jumped on with him. And today I was actually watching Watch Your Grail with Tony Sanders, and he had Doom. I forget every time. Doom 1, 2, 3 or something like that. And I'm about halfway through, and it's very good. I'm probably going to need to watch a bit of Doom's videos a lot more, because I like what he says, and he seems to have a good knowledge about comics, and I like his story so far. So, in regards to my videos, again, thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, please hit like. If you don't like it, hit dislike. And if you're neither, do neither. Thank you very much.